This is such a hopeless situation, just overall. We keep reporting on all these things that are happening. This was all deemed to be an actual genocide. And even though that's just a title, maybe it's semantics, it is important that that happened. Do you think that, Trump might take some steps in the direction of ending this conflict, if only for the sake of his own ego? And if so, what would that actually mean for the people of Gaza? Because we know that Trump loves his beachfront property and he doesn't really see anything wrong with Israel's occupation of Palestine.
Yeah, no, in the short term, I don't think there's any hope at all under Biden or Trump. We can get to the long term, and there is one scenario where Trump could turn on Israel, and that would be very hopeful. We'll get to that in a second. Just first on this stuff, why are they bombing hospitals?
Welcome back to Zees Political Couch. Today, we're diving deep into a horrifying truth that's been overlooked by mainstream media. Israel's relentless destruction of Gaza, including bombing of its last remaining hospital. While the world watches, the genocide continues. We're going to dissect the lies, the propaganda, and the terrifying reality of what's happening in Gaza, and why we need to stand up and demand accountability. But before we jump into that, let's talk about the bigger picture real quick, because this isn't just about Israel's war. This is a war funded by the US with our tax dollars. Let's get into it.
And remember that early on in the war, there was a bomb that we thought was Israel's, but it was probably an errant bomb from another terrorist group inside Gaza. And then all the Israelis went wild, like all the supporters of Israel. Oh my God, it's all wrong, it's all wrong. Well, what difference did it make? You then bombed dozens of other hospitals, and you've now destroyed almost all the hospitals and all the universities and all the schools and nearly all the buildings in northern Gaza. You know why they're doing that? It's not because they're concerned about terrorists. All the leaders of Hamas are dead. No, this is ethnic cleansing 101. There's absolutely no question about it. They're slaughtering civilians in mass. They're doing it on purpose. It's the definition of terrorism as well. Netanyahu is one of the worst terrorists of my lifetime. Guys, look, we've gotten used to it. Don't get used to it. You see the craters of those bombs, and you see the ambulance destroyed, etc. That picture is all of northern Gaza, let alone southern Gaza, also devastated. But mainly, they're trying to destroy literally everything in northern Gaza, so they can say, "Oh well, there's nothing left," and they're trying to either murder whoever remains in Gaza, or kill enough of them that they drive them into southern Gaza or maybe into another Arab country, so they can say, "Oh look, we're a people without a land, and here's a land without people." Because we killed them all. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so this is disgusting terrorism. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And we're all funding it. Every single bomb you see there is funded by the United States of America. We helped murder those people. So now, I just want you to imagine one bomb like that falling in a hospital in Cleveland, or Little Rock, or St. Paul, or a suburb outside of New York. What would America do? We'd lose our minds. We'd go attack the living crap out of that country. We'd do untold damage. We'd probably attack a country that didn't even attack us, that was nearby, right? And when Israel gets hit, they're right to be outraged. I hate terrorism of all sorts. I hate violence of all sorts. And then they say we have a right to kill everybody in Gaza while we're looking for terrorists, right? Okay, well, do the Palestinians have the same right? Because they didn't suffer one of those bombs. Israel has now dropped literally hundreds of thousands of bombs. So do the Palestinians then have the right to go back and kill all the Israelis? Because that's Israeli logic. Israeli logic is, I don't care. I thought there might have been a militant there, so I murdered everyone in the area by dropping a bomb on them. By murdering everyone that bomb hits. You don't have that right. That's not a right that exists. That is disgusting ethnic cleansing, genocide, and terrorism, and that is exactly what the Israeli government is doing, and they're making all of us pay for it because of the corruption in America. All those sellout, both Republicans and Democrats that took all that AIPAC money, stuffed it in their pockets, and said, go ahead, murder Palestinians at will.
What you and I are seeing isn't just war. It's the destruction of an entire way of life. Israel's trying to erase Gaza, to turn it into a wasteland where there's nothing left to fight for. But here's the kicker. We're the ones funding this. With every dollar of US aid, with every bomb drop, we are complicit in this genocide. And while politicians in Washington play their game, children are dying, hospitals are being destroyed, and the world watches in silence. Let that sink in. We, as the global community, are paying for the destruction of an entire population of the planet Earth, and we can't just sit here and pretend this this is some sort of complicated geopolitics. This is about human lives. This is about justice. This is about the moral obligation to say enough. It's time to wake up to the reality that we're funding the slaughter, and it's on us to hold those responsibilities.
In fact, when your murdering terrorist leader comes here, we'll give him a standing ovation, because that's how deeply corrupt the United States government is. I'm never going to lose my outrage over it. Never, okay? So now, how about the pro-life people? Right-wingers, you're all pro-life, pro-life. Over 15,000 children murdered in Gaza. And oh, hey, no, they didn't kill them with their hands. They didn't knife them or shoot them, although they literally shot a lot of them. In fact, over 100 American doctors came back and said there was a stunning number of headshots of children under the age of 5. Snipers shooting children from hundreds of yards away with a headshot or a chest shot to murder them on purpose. No, I know, when Israel does it, it's not on purpose. Oh, look at the sniper hit another 200 kids in the head. Oh, what a wild coincidence. They were looking for militants who were 4 years old? No. So pro-lifers in America, all of them liars. They never meant, oh, we want to protect babies. Because when it's Palestinian babies, they're like, oh, send them more money. Send them money to kill more Palestinian babies. Come on, pro-life, where are you? Prove me wrong, prove me wrong. I haven't seen one pro-life person, let alone leader, say, oh my God, will you please stop the literal slaughter of these poor children? Nope, 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 nope. Beloved Israel can do anything. Now with Trump, look, why did I fight so hard against Trump before the election? Because the guy's a liar, okay? And he'll do anything for money. So Miriam Adelson gave him $137 million. Her late husband gave him $200 million in the last 2 campaigns. So what did he do? He put Marco Rubio in charge of state, Stefanik, the UN ambassador, Huckabee, the Israeli ambassador, Mike Waltz, National Security Administration. Those are all Team Israel, Team Miriam. They're all neocons, which I thought the right wing was against neocons. What happened, right wing? They're all establishment, they're all in favor of Israel, and they're all in favor of giving all of our money to Israel to murder more people. So what happened to anti-war? BS, total, utter BS when it comes to that. So is there any hope at all? First of all, with Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democrat establishment, zero hope, zero. They're 100% corrupt. They would never, ever defy their donors. That idiot, senile fool, Joe Biden saying, oh, one of my hopes is before I leave, maybe we could get to a ceasefire. Shut up. You've been saying the same thing for over a year now. You know how you get to a ceasefire? You withdraw their funding. Easiest thing in the world. Any child knows that. Are you so senile you don't know that? No, you do know. That's the one thing you do know. You're like, yes, but Jill, did the money come in? The money, the money. And he serves his donors like a bitch. I hate that guy. Oh, no, Joe Biden's so sweet and special. He has so much empathy. Unless you're a Palestinian child, then he goes, oh wait, did the check clear? Murder him, who cares? Didn't do anything and would never do anything. If Israel killed every Palestinian in Gaza, Joe Biden would still say, I'm still looking for a ceasefire, but I sent another 30 billion just in case there was any humans left. So screw Democratic leadership, they're infinitely corrupt. When it comes to Trump, I just told you how corrupt he is, and it's worse. Miriam's ordered him, hey, Trump, come here, dog, come here. I'm Miriam Adelson and I own you. You put Rubio and Stefanik and all these people in, and now I want Israel to annex the West Bank. That's what Israeli papers are reporting. And they're definitely going to try to take all of northern Gaza, and that's why we do this story. And what's Trump gonna do? I say finish it, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah. What are you gonna do, Trump? Okay, and if you're a right winger, I'm predicting it right now, and you'll see I'm 100% right. He will send your money to them like a dog, because his donors ordered him to. What happened? I thought you were anti-corruption. Look, over the next 4 years, we're gonna find out if the right-wing base is actually anti-corruption or not. Because Trump has talked a big game. I called him a fake populist. I believe those voters are anti-corruption. And now a lot of people on the left go, oh no, Cenk, you're totally wrong, they're all lying. I don't think they're lying. But when their daddy says, no, I'm sending your money to Israel, and when whatever war they start, you're gonna pay for it, and if I'll have to help them start those wars, then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna say Trump was full of crap, and are you gonna hold him accountable? Or are you gonna say, no, Daddy told me that Mommy Miriam wants the West Bank and Gaza Strip, so if Daddy Trump says it, then I'm pro-corruption and pro-war. This is your litmus test, right wing. If you still say, no, we serve Israel, And hey, look, America's second, not so bad. Then we'll get to find out who you are.
What Israel is doing in Gaza isn't just a political issue, it's a moral crisis. This isn't self-defense, this is ethnic cleansing. And we, as a global community, can't just sit by and watch this happen. If you believe in justice, if you believe in holding governments accountable for their crimes, now is the time to speak up. Share this video, spread the truth, and don't let the world forget about Gaza, Lebanon, and the Middle East as a whole. My name is Zee at Zees Political Couch, where the truth isn't optional, it's necessary. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share. Comment down below, and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and don't let the silence continue.